Alright, so in the beginning of our code, we are assigning some global variables which are gonna use for in our whole JavaScript. Mostly it's counters and some charts. Afterwards, we have some snippet of code function which helps us to count something in an array. Okay, here we go. Here we have the chart.js library we're using. Functions are the most important for me. Function at data and at second data. This helps us. This makes the chart dynamic, so it means it updates each 10 seconds. The biggest function in our JS file is the load.json. We are getting the data from the FooBar, console logging to see the object at first and like find the way how to use the data. Here we have some counters we are using for the charts and so on, and we're calling over here those add data functions. At first we have the function to get storage for our section of a storage. Basically we just assigning an array to an empty array to prevent the looping. Then here's again some magic of chart.js library of bar chart. Here's the get orders function. We are selecting the template, clearing the parent element before to prevent the looping again. We go to for each function. We are adding some fading classes to animate it a bit. Here in this part of the code we are trying to get the count of beer in order to make it more nice in the visual part. The same we are doing for the serving orders, selecting the template, cloning it, and so on. The function get tabs, it's about the tabs, and again we are clearing the parent element. We are running the for each method to loop through all the tabs and get all the information about it. Here we have some if statements, which are the points. If the level of the tab is lower than 75%, change the SVG, because we are here using the SVG element. And if the tab is in use, make the green circle around and so on. Here we're getting bartenders, again clearing the parent element before to prevent the looping, cloning, appending child, and so on. Here we are using as well some conditional statements for different statuses, and we are changing its colors to make the contrast nice for the users. In the end of our big functions, we are calling our small functions get storage, get tabs, get orders, and get bartenders. Function get beers is situated outside our big function because in beers we have data which are not dynamic. Again, we are selecting the template, parent, cloning, appending child. Here we have conditional statements for the alcohol level to make it more colorful. Here we have the sorting of the beer. We use some current time to show the user in the top navigation bar what's the time. And basically here we have the navigation links, which mostly works on adding and removing the class hidden. And in the end of our JavaScript, we are calling our big function named load.json getBeers function, and then we set interval to load.json function for each 10 seconds to have the data dynamic.